Hello and welcome to See If It Sticks, the podcast that solves your first world problems, like when one of your guests or one of your hosts isn't here, you look to the nearest person towards you and bring them along. I'm Ross.
I am Dan.
And I'm Maddie.
Hello, welcome.
This is literally, I only had to
Look to your left.
roll over this morning, and
You'll do.
yes, I don't usually make a habit of sleeping
Pretty
with
much.
our co-hosts, but
No.
you know, sort of 50% of them I do.
Yeah. I haven't got my admit, I've never rolled over and seen Dom. I'm sure you have.
Yes, I have. Yeah. Actually,
I have too.
Actually, yesterday, yeah. We've got one of those beds, like there were 5 in the bed, and the little one said, like one of those really long ones from a child's story.
And does in a 5 in the bed, does Dom take up 3? Sprawled out like a starfish.
Yes, well, he's never the little one saying roll over.
Oh, we've got emails. Who wants to go first? Do you want to go first? Do you want me to do one of these, then you do one of yours, and I'll do one of mine?
All of mine are problems. So
are they?
The actual mail is yours.
Oh, do you want one of these?
I can.
Yeah, take one of those.
If you want, yeah.
I'll crack this one out first. This is about last week's problem, so I'll do this one first. This is from He says, "Hi boys, coming to you fresh after quite a few fine ales with an alternative solution to your last problem. Can't find a decent quote to join in with the it crowd. Feel like a sad loser outcast in social situations because you don't have time to study the popular media programs of the time. Well, fear not, ladies and ladettes. Or lads, sorry, and ladettes. I read that totally wrong. Is here to provide courses in the most popular social media shows of our time, so you don't have to. So get swifty with and know exactly when winter is coming for the low, low price of your immortal soul. Hell is not that important to you. Hell, it's not that important to you. I'm like I'm at school. I'm fucking up all my lines.
You need some ales in order to read this.
Yeah, apparently so. Hell, it's not that important to you. It's far more important to conform, consume, and thrive with using all the resources of See If It Sticks intelligence. Join us. Dead by Dawn, groovy, sent from the Crack Fox."
I don't get any of those.
I don't know what Dead by Dawn is.
I don't actually.
No?
Winter is coming is Game of Thrones,
Of course.
isn't it?
I know
Crack Fox is
Groovy
probably-
is Evil Dead. Crack Fox is, Mighty Boosh.
Sharp dumb.
Yeah, no, I'm going to try and figure out the rest of them. Consume and thrive? Is that a quote or is that just...
No.
Yeah.
This is the problem, and this is why
Yeah.
we need one of his
I
courses.
I think we need one of James's courses. Yeah.
When you read it out, when you said groovy, I thought it was like going
Groovy.
Austin Powers, groovy baby.
I know James,
Yeah.
and I would say that's Evil Dead.
Yeah, I can imagine. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably much cooler than Austin Powers.
Yeah.
That's
Have you
a
seen
good
the Evil
idea.
Dead TV series?
No.
Fucking brilliant.
Really?
Absolutely brilliant. Yeah. So good.
Do you think so he thinks courses,
He's gonna take people on courses.
catch-up courses?
Yeah, I'm sure they're expensive.
Well, yeah, the price of you is immortal soul. By the
Yeah.
sounds of it.
And £100 a week.
Are you taking a cut from this?
Yeah.
He just wants the souls. You're
Yeah.
adding on.
Yeah, I'll take
Money
that.
as
I'll take the
well.
cash.
It's a good idea. It's a really good idea. It's not the course we want, but it's the course we need.
Oh.
Is that? Are you more concerned then with money than owning someone's soul?
I'd rather have your cash than your soul.
Really?
Yeah. Why would I want your soul?
I don't know.
Bit
Trade
mean,
it
isn't
with something else. Because
Like cash?
well, no, because like people sell that. They say sell your soul to the devil, but
Yeah.
there's always something in return for that, isn't there? Like,
Yeah.
what's a good example? Oh, in Oh Brother, Where Art Thou?
Yeah.
You know that the guy that they have playing guitar for them sells his soul for the ability to play guitar.
Yeah. So I could have your soul and then give your soul to someone
sell my
for
soul
the ability.
for that, yeah, without actually losing any parts of your soul.
I just feel like it's going to be popular. So £100 each a week, I think would probably be...
So you would you prefer if I gave you the option and I said I'll either give you £1 million or I'll give you the talent to earn £1 million next year. You can earn. I'll give you £1 million per year for the rest of your life, or I can give you the ability.
You're going to give me a fish or teach me how to fish? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, to make £1 million per year. You wouldn't want the sort of the talent.
Of course, I would have I would take that in that situation. I would, but me taking your soul, there's no guarantee that the devil's going to come along at any point and be like, "Hey,
If you've got enough souls,
yeah,
you're going to be after them.
Also, you'd end up like Bart Simpson, that episode where he sells his soul.
Is that where the doors don't open anymore?
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
hissing in the light and
Yeah.
like turns into a sort of weird cat
Yeah.
creature. Yeah.
I would. Yeah, I'd much prefer the souls.
Yeah.
I could trade them off. If you've got enough souls, then you
I
can
guess
get
so.
anything, couldn't you? First thing would be, best drummer in the world.
But you can never trust the devil, though, can you? When you're trading souls with him, I just feel like he can't be trusted.
But that's it, though. It's not my soul. So even if I lose it,
Yeah, but he might take mine in the process. To give someone your soul, you have to agree to it, right?
Yeah.
Devil can't just come and take your soul.
no, I don't think so.
You have to
You have to
offer
sign
it.
your name in blood or something.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably
All
like that. Something
Yeah.
like that. So you probably need the souls
Give him the
and a
deed.
small vial of their blood so that you can
Yeah.
sign the corresponding paperwork.
Hmm.
Don't look at me like that, Madeline.
Yours then?
More from he's a little bit late with some of these, but he's just given us a series of corrections.
Right.
Must
Must have been catching up on a long drive.
From the last.
I can't imagine he listens when the kids are in the car, so he probably
I
has
can't
to.
imagine so either. We are child friendly though, right?
Yeah, we'll see by the end of this email.
Yeah, yeah, we will. So he said that Hulk Hogan fought Rocky in an exhibition fight in Rocky 3.
Cool.
We discussed that.
Yeah.
Remember Dom was doing his
Not seen him, so I wouldn't know.
Hulk Hogan impression the other day.
Oh.
Brother. Can't do it as good as Dom. He says, Dom, what the fuck is Bogus Adventure? It was Bill and Ted's Bogus Journey.
Yeah.
Bogus Adventure.
Yeah. He said he also had a load of interesting, well, to him anyway, filmography for Wesley Snipes, proving he was a big star way before Demolition Man. I did list them all, but did not get them in time, so fuck it.
Oh, kid friendly.
He says, Dan, Rick and Morty and Mighty Boosh are awesome shows. James, you're losing credibility as this email goes on. But he does say, as well as all Batman animated series, up to and including Brave and the Bold. I don't know why we're getting corrected about this, because I would say that every Batman animated series is fantastic.
Up to that one, or
Oh, Brave and the Bold is great too.
is that the latest one, or is there
Brave
others
and the
afterwards
Bold,
that shit?
Brave and the Bold won a, it was like, I can't remember what it was. It won a Emmy or something like that, because they had this episode called the villain was the Melody Master or something like that.
Oh, and it had like a little song.
His power was that he could like make people break out into song,
Yeah.
and then while they're distracted, he would commit crimes. It was played by that guy that played Barney Stinson. What's his bloody name?
Oh, Neil Patrick Harris.
Neil Patrick
Oh,
Harris.
yeah.
Yeah, because Neil Patrick Harris has got a really good voice.
Yeah.
So yeah, he was
It's very
sing.
showy, isn't he? His voice is very show tunes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I watched that one morning. I was around our friend Steve's house.
Yeah.
We had a.
I've enjoyed all the Batman animated stuff I've seen. I've seen Dark Knight 1 and 2, I think. Is that right?
One with Peter Weller playing an aged Batman.
No, it was the guy that played most of the Batmans. What's his name? Sure it was.
No, what Dark Knight is in the one where he
Superman versus Batman.
Yeah, oh no,
Yeah.
that's Peter Weller.
Is it?
Yeah, that's
Oh,
RoboCop, mate.
Of course it is, yeah. I think I knew that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I did know that.
He plays a really good Batman.
Yeah.
Enjoyed
Speaking of
that.
Neil Patrick Harris, actually, that new series of Lemony Snicket's.
That's great, isn't it?
Yeah, it's really, really good. And I was really surprised when I was listening the other week, and I think it was Dom who didn't know what Lemony Snicket.
You'd never
Yeah,
seen the
yeah,
film
yeah,
either.
Yeah.
There's the film and the TV series, like Jim
I was
Carrey
like,
and
yeah. I was listening and I was like, what?
I know, it's
How can
bizarre,
you not
isn't
know
it?
that?
Did you not think the kids looked identical to the ones in the film?
Yeah, completely.
Exactly the same.
Yeah, really good. Not that
Well-
it was necessary, but it was good.
Yeah.
It is bizarre that Dom didn't know that, but you know, even the car's got a blind spot. I suppose that's his one. He's just got a blind spot for Lemony Snicket.
Yeah, I think you'd enjoy that as well.
Yeah,
You watched
it
it?
seems like in my mind, it seems like Dom's kind of thing.
Yeah.
Mm.
Dom, watch it.
Yeah, definitely.
We'll talk about it
It's
next
very
week.
good.
Going on, he says, off for an operation now. See you when I wake up. Sent for my sleepy dream world. P.S. Cunty, fuckery, shit, cunty, bollocks, McCunt, fuck, wank stain.
Oh, 10 minutes in, Dan. The first
We've got
C-bomb.
the first cunt.
Yeah.
3, I think. Is that 3? 1,
What?
2,
This-
3.
Does
Yeah.
cunty count?
Cunty counts.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
It's an extension of the word. Problem.
Problem. Got a problem to solve.
Jimmy, who's got that?
So?
Who's got it? Have I got it?
You got it.
Have I got it? Is it the one we discussed beforehand?
Yes.
Okay, I didn't write it down.
With, sausage.
Yeah.
Cheese and sausage.
Oh, I potentially should have written that down because I don't remember what it is. I'm going to try and remember it off the top of my head.
Go on.
I don't know who sent it. Do you remember who sent it?
I don't remember who sent
I
it.
don't remember who sent it. We'll have to put that on the description afterwards.
Yes.
The problem was pizza, when you bring it home from Asda in
Yeah.
your bag on its side, all your
Other stores are available.
other stores are available and they do the same problem. All your pepperoni falls to one end of your pizza.
Right.
That is the problem this week. I do wish I'd printed it out or written it down.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Speaking of shopping for frozen pizza in Asda, do you remember that night that we had been drinking and we walked all the way from your music rooms in Canterbury to Asda to buy frozen pizzas?
Did we?
Yeah.
Mm. Must
And
have been
then
drinking. Don't remember that.
we had been drinking and we decided that we were going to continue drinking at your place of business.
Well, then what did we do with frozen pizzas? Because I didn't have an oven.
We bought those frozen pizzas that you could put in the microwave.
Oh, gross.
They were gross, but we
Yeah.
bought about 10 of them and they stayed in the freezer in the music rooms for months.
Yeah,
but
what with the ice lollies?
If you remember, we walked all the way there and then we got really near the Asda and we came across some guy who was clearly off his tits on something powdery.
Yeah.
And he was saying that
Super friendly, was he?
he'd recently been stabbed and he didn't realise until the next morning that the blade was still in his gut. And then I panicked because I thought he had stabbed you because he was being a bit weird. And then he illustrated how fast he was stabbed and he slapped you in the stomach. And I thought, oh shit, he's just stabbed Ross.
I don't
I
really.
can't believe
It
you
kind
have
of rings
no
a bell a
memory of
little
this,
bit,
'cause
but
I would remember something like that for the rest of my life.
It was-
well, I obviously wasn't concerned that he'd stabbed me. I think I
Yeah.
knew that he didn't have a knife, so maybe I was all right.
I thought because he was going on, he had done this whole bit for about 20 minutes while he was talking to us about how he was stabbed so fast that he didn't realise the guy had stabbed him. And if you stab someone with a sharp enough blade, they don't realise you've been stabbed. So he woke up in the morning and he looked down and there was a blade in his stomach.
It sounds like a super cool true story.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Yeah. But then approaching the climax of the story, he slapped you in the stomach. It
That
did,
kind of rings a bell that someone's done that. But,
it did kind
yeah.
of like, you did sort of cock over. And that was the thing. I think it was probably just a surprise that someone
I was
had
probably
slapped,
jumping out of the way or
slapped you in
something.
the
Yeah.
stomach. But I
Because
thought,
my abs of steel, I never would have felt it.
yeah, of
So,
course, yeah. It would have broken the blade.
That's it.
But I kind of I panicked at the time and thought that clearly this whole thing had been leading up to him quickly stabbing one of us.
Yeah.
And yeah. He was looking for the army barracks.
Of course.
That rings a bell. Yeah.
He was over the complete wrong side of Canterbury.
Yeah.
And he was looking for the army barracks. Yeah. But he was very, very lively.
Yes.
Happy chap.
Yeah. But then we got our pizzas and booze and took it back to the music rooms.
And completely forgot about that story, apparently.
And
Yeah.
that's when
Yeah.
you discovered that all the pepperoni had slid to one
And
end
that's
of
what
your
we discovered,
pizza.
yeah. That wasn't such a problem with those little
Were they like pizza pies? The little-
Yeah.
Was that what they were?
yeah.
The Chicago Town pizza pies.
No,
That's
I
the
was gonna
one.
say Chicago, didn't I?
Scalding
Yeah.
hot.
Other
when you get
pizza
them
pies
out.
are available, I think.
Yeah, probably.
Yes.
They're the only ones worth getting, though.
Yeah. Yeah.
They go like stone on the bottom.
Yeah.
I
And
remember.
like molten lava on top.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. So we need to solve it.
Yeah.
Tiny little pins holding each pepperoni in place.
So are you not a rearranger when it comes to getting pizza?
I would prefer it was already arranged for me.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, because when I have to rearrange, when you open the packet and you have to give it a little shuffle, it's never quite how I want it. And then I move it around, and I spend too long on it. Really, my life isn't going to last forever. I spend too long organising pizza.
I'm a rearranger. Whatever pizza I buy, I'm always rearranging the toppings. Sometimes I get a a fancy pizza and they've got those little balls of mozzarella on them, and I'll sort of like take off all the balls and put it into a nice pattern. And then
Do you like a smiley face?
No, I just, so that they're evenly distributed around the pizza, because the worst thing about not having, a freshly made pizza is that I find that quite often there are, parts where, this bit doesn't have so much cheese on it. This bit has too much cheese. Then when you cut it, it sort of spills off the pizza.
My girlfriend Matilda has just texted me saying, "Don't get pepperoni." I don't know how she knows this. What we're talking about.
It's almost as though she's in the room.
Oh my god, she's here somewhere.
I can almost smell her.
But yeah, I guess
It
you
smells worse over here, Maddie.
yeah, you could not get pepperoni, but that's not an option, I'm afraid. Because I want pepperoni pizza that doesn't fall to one end.
Okay.
I quite obviously had the choice in the shop to have my sweet chili chicken or, the vegan option.
I don't think sweet chili chicken belongs on a pizza.
No.
That's about there with my favourites.
Really?
Yeah.
Sweet chili chicken though, that's a meal unto itself.
Yeah, that's one of my favourites.
I don't think barbecue belongs on pizza either.
Absolutely not.
One of my other favourites.
Oh,
Do you have the?
Do you have pineapple on pizza, you two?
yes.
I don't mind a bit of
well, then
pineapple
we're
on pizza.
I don't know why we're even friends.
Do you have
We
that?
quite clearly have nothing in common.
Do you eat that stuff where they replace the tomato base sauce with the barbecue sauce?
Oh yeah,
Oh, you make me sick.
from Domino's as well. I'll
Right.
get that one out of the choice of all the ones at Domino's. I'll get a Texas barbecue.
Really? Because the thing is, like, the tomato sauce makes a pizza. That is what makes a
It does.
pizza.
More
Yeah.
recently, I'm a Supreme kind of. Is it Supreme? The one that's got everything on it. No, it's got this feeling that I'm wrong. I don't know what would give me that impression.
Let's call it a Supreme.
Deluxe.
A deluxe.
I think I'm right.
Yeah. I think you've got a spirit guide with you today.
Yeah, it is. It's weird. Yeah, I get the deluxe and then I take off the mushrooms because mushrooms are gross. But you like mushrooms as well, don't you?
I like mushrooms.
Yeah, I don't like mushrooms.
There's not really a lot that I don't eat.
No.
I'll put anything in my mouth.
He rolled over and saw Dom, uttered the sweet words. I'll put anything in my mouth.
It's on my CV.
Yeah, the headline.
Yeah.
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 Oh dear.
Hopefully it'll be in my reference as well going forward.
Yeah. Now, obviously, I was joking about tiny pins because it'd be dangerous.
Yeah, it would be
You'd have to
very
pick them
dangerous.
out.
Yeah.
Unless when you took the film off, they went through the film. So as you take them off, it removes the pins as well.
Yeah, I like that.
I was going to say that you need some sort of machine that you can program into it, so you have different settings for the way you like your pizza, or the way your partner likes her pizza, or whatever. And when you bring a pizza home from the shops, you press which setting you want, so it's a different layout for each setting. And then, I don't know, it has some sort of like arm. I realised
Like a robot hand.
Like, I'm showing you, but no one else can see this. But like some sort of like
Maddie's
arm
making
that
a
comes
claw,
down
everyone.
and
She's making a claw hand.
The claw. Like picks up each
She's grasping with the claw.
part of the pizza, lifts it up and rearranges it in the setting that you have chosen.
So you come home with your unarranged pizza and it just rearranges it back out for you?
Yes.
Okay, I get that. Could they not just melt the cheese ever so slightly so that it grabs hold of the pepperonis? Are you running the risk of cooking it a little bit before they freeze it?
It would be dangerous because then with the 8 to 10 minutes in the oven.
Yeah, your cheese is already partially.
Or 5 to 8 with a Pizza Express pizza. There's the danger for me that the cheese is going to get too brown and crispy.
Yeah.
Do not like the cheese to be too brown.
No.
Usually,
slightly golden.
Yeah,
Is perfect.
If I buy a pizza that's going in my oven, I knock 10 degrees and a minute and a half off of whatever time they give, just so that my cheese is nice and runny, but not going brown and crispy.
I always cook on the bottom of the oven to prevent such things, rather than the middle or the
Really?
top. Yeah.
I'm a top for less time.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I find that sometimes you get a little cold bit in the middle that way. So I do it for slightly longer on the bottom shelf.
Well, I worked in a bakery for a while, so
Yeah.
I kind of know the spots to put things in an oven.
At the top of the oven is going to give you like a more of a. If you had you were cooking a bit of bread, did you not have like a slightly browner bit of bread at the top?
Yep.
Yeah. So surely, if you want a less brown cheese, you put it at the bottom, right?
Well, this could be because we're buying different types of bases on pizza. I go for a thin, crispy base.
I'm easy.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You might want.
If I get my sweet chili chicken, it's normally thin.
might want a longer bake on a slightly fatter base.
Yeah.
But, I go thin as possible with as tastier tomato sauce as possible.
Yeah.
I've learned so much about you this morning.
I like pizza. I really like pizza.
I could tell.
I enjoy a pizza too. I prefer it when someone else makes it and brings it to my house.
Well, yeah. Well, that's a problem as well, because it's not just the frozen pizzas that get their toppings skewed.
Yeah.
Because I've started checking when Domino's or other
Quality checks before you tip
delivery.
him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't tip them anyway.
No.
Because they earn
I
enough
tip them
money.
if I pay cash on delivery.
No,
I don't tip them if I've paid already.
I never tip.
No, I never
I'm
did.
really awful like that, because I think, what have you done? It's not like you're in a restaurant. When you're in a restaurant, I'm up for tipping because if the service is good, they've actually had to go out of their way to do that. But a delivery driver is just doing their job.
I felt bad the last couple of days. I was abroad. I wasn't really abroad. I was in Ireland, but it's all in euros, isn't it? And I didn't have any euros with me. Completely forgot about the fact that that's the currency they have down there. And I just paid with card, obviously, at the end of every meal, and had no change to give them. Felt a bit bad.
Do you not add it onto the card machine?
Well, the first day I hadn't really thought about it. And the guy that I was with paid for the first day. I paid for the second day, and at which point I'd forgotten about that as well. So
You are a terrible human being.
went to a place called, what was it called? Hogs and Heifers.
That strip club.
You know what? When we rocked up to it, it looked like a strip club, but it wasn't. It was just burgers. Although there were loads of bras hanging over on this, it was like a bar at the top, and there was loads of bras hanging over the edge of it. I didn't look over the edge. There might have been a strip joint. I might have completely missed that, but it looked like a burger place.
Why did they have the bars there? Because you have dessert served.
It was all they had bikes hanging from the ceiling, like motorbikes, and it looked like a biker bar. It had been done
hanging
up like
from
that.
the ceiling.
Yeah, it had bikes hanging
That does
on
not
chains
sound, that
from the
does
ceiling.
not sound very safe.
Yeah, it was like a TGI's, that kind of feel to it, where everything was wooden, and it had been done to make it look like a biker bar. So
Right. Yeah.
there might have been a stripper there. I just didn't see her.
It sounds like a place called Hogs and Heifers. You wouldn't have been able to miss her if there was one.
You can hear this weird slapping sound.
You could smell something. You probably smell her before you see her.
No.
I check. I open the pizza because I order extra cheese
Right.
when I order from a online delivery pizza place.
So you must have, with extra cheese, you must have even more problems. If they break hard, all the cheese must just sloosh up to one end.
So I
What, do you send it back? Should be like, my cheese distribution isn't even. Could you take it back?
It hasn't happened. But the reason I check now is because I received the pizza about a year ago and it was just completely destroyed. They clearly, I don't know whether they
Dropped it.
I don't know what had happened to this poor pizza, but it was absolutely destroyed.
The poor Pete, he's not worried about the fucking the moped guy. He must have quite clearly been hit by a car on his way over.
My poor pizza.
There's a thumb in my pizza.
Part of a headlight.
No, it hasn't actually happened since then, but I always open it in front of them because they always get to walk away and I feel like a real dick by going, hold on. And then I open it in front of them. And
You may leave.
I just need to check because I've had a pizza that was fucked once.
Yeah.
And then they stand there and watch me inspect the pizzas. But yeah, I would legitimately,
Standing there going,
I would legitimately say, can you take this back?
Yeah?
If it was destroyed, yeah. You pay a premium.
They clearly don't take it back though, do they? Just fry it out the window of the car.
Probably.
Or he eats it.
Probably eat it, yeah.
Yeah.
You don't need to eat one slice of that particular pizza just to get all of the
All the toppings in one
toppings,
piece. Epic slice.
Yeah, there does need to be some sort of system to keep.
Well, the pizza people invented those little things, didn't they, to stop the lid from touching
touching it,
and all the toppings coming off. I mean, surely it's their responsibility to come up with something for this.
Yeah,
The pizza industry.
It's a bit. I guess it's a bit more difficult once the topping goes deliciously and liquidy.
If you covered the pizza in those little things that look like tables to stop the lid.
Yeah,
If you just covered it.
the
in
little doll's
those.
house tables.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. If you just covered them in that would probably solve the problem because it would hold them in place.
Cheese
but-
is kind of almost verging on liquid, isn't it?
Yeah, true.
It would ooze around it.
Yeah. And then you've got to stand there for 5 minutes taking tiny doll's house tables off of your pizza.
What about-
You can eat
Again,
it.
attach it to the top of the lid so that it locks down in place.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I think little prongs is probably one of the better ideas.
Yes.
Bringing pizza boxes into the future, though. How about stasis?
Ooh, like a stasis box.
A stasis box. It's in stasis the whole time it's in there.
Well, I think this is not a bad idea because what you can do.
We do know what happened to the crew of Red Dwarf, though. I mean, that could happen in his Nissan Micra on his way over.
But you wouldn't have to do every pizza box, would you? You would just have to do the
bag.
hot box that they have in.
As soon as they put the hand in
car,
there, hands frozen.
they'd have to turn it off momentarily, wouldn't they?
Yeah.
Turn it off, get your pizzas out,
Put it back
turn
in
it back
stasis.
on. Yeah, because then can you imagine that? Because what's the maximum that a pizza delivery driver can deliver in one go? Maybe 2 to 3
He
deliveries.
could keep them hot for days, couldn't he?
You-
He could have a selection of all the different kinds of pizza.
They could send. You could pre-order pizza, and they could send a van out,
Yeah.
like a regular logistics van,
Yeah.
and just have it all in stasis in the back,
Yeah.
have it all in compartments, and just
Well, we've solved the pizza industry. We've just made them another £1 trillion.
Because you could also do that. You could also have one at home, couldn't you? You could have it in your oven.
Could
You
you
could cook
imagine?
a pizza,
Yeah, the
ready
pizza
for
would
when
still be
you come home
hot.
from work. Put the stasis on, and then when you get home,
Stasis off, still hot.
immediate hot, cheesy pizza.
There you go.
And when you get a stasis leak, everyone turns to dust.
Who cares? For the convenience
Have warm pizza
of warm, delicious, cheesy pizza,
and no toppings everywhere.
I think it's a danger that I'd be willing to.
Is this going to work for
Play
my
with.
frozen pizza as well, though? So my frozen pizza doesn't need to be frozen anymore, does it?
No, because they
Because
they
it'd just
would
be in
cook it.
stasis.
They would cook the pizza, and then you would have. Well, I guess you would have, instead of freezers in supermarkets, you'd have
Stasis pods.
stasis pods.
Pulling pranks on your co-workers, shoving them in a stasis pod, shutting them in there until the morning.
Yeah. Or
Walk
until the
out.
next-
Walk out. Oh my god,
or until the next decade.
it's dark. Yeah, that would be great.
I want to know why pizzas that are delivered from, places like Domino's, taste so much better than the ones you buy in the shops.
Almost definitely
MSG.
the amount of shit that they put in it.
Yeah. But what is it? What
Is
is
it
it that's
MSG?
making them taste so good?
Probably is MSG.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do love MSG.
I think it's like, even when you have a pizza express pizza in the restaurant and then you buy one in the shop, it doesn't taste as good as when you have it in the restaurant.
Well, it's because it's fresh, isn't it?
Mm.
As I say, like I have been led to believe that what makes a pizza is the tomato sauce.
Yep.
That is what when I've looked at making, the best pizza, because I do like a good pizza, and I like making fresh pizza as well. We'll have to do that sometime.
When we get our own house, I have mentioned that I want a pizza oven,
Yeah,
like a wood fire pizza oven.
my uncle's got one.
Yeah.
Um.
Maybe in the garden, something like a wood
Yeah. Well, that's
burning
what
one.
That's
yeah.
what we usually.
I mean, if there's enough room in the kitchen, maybe.
I'm sure I saw recently you can get one at a sort of a budget retail outlet for like £200 or something like that.
Like a terracotta one. That kind
Yeah.
of, yeah.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Yeah, it's the tomato sauce that makes the pizza.
And there's got to be the freshness of the dough as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Which,
like
in Domino's and Papa John's and places like that, they are making it fresh, aren't they?
yeah.
You see them stringing it out.
Yeah, like in Italy, I've never been to Italy, but I've
The
been led to
pizzas
believe
there
that-
are unreal, Dan.
but they don't have a lot of cheese on and toppings, do
No.
they? It's like
It's
it's
mostly-
basically sauce
Yeah.
with a little bit of cheese or something. And,
But-
and also they don't. I think I've been led to believe that they find it quite criminal that we stuff all sorts of meats and things on our pizzas.
Yeah. Yeah, the pizzas out there are better. I can't tell you what it is. I couldn't tell
The
you.
sauce, mate.
You think it's just the sauce?
It's the sauce. That is what I've
But the
I've read,
but the
I've
bread
read it
melts
so
in your
many
mouth
times.
as well. It's a different bread.
Yeah, maybe.
And I don't know how they can't recreate it over here, but they just don't.
Don't know. Maybe it's Italian water that they use for the dough.
Yeah. Proper Italian pizza is exceptional.
Yeah, I would like. We would like to go to Italy.
Very much so.
So that's my number one thing. As soon as we land, I'm going to get a pizza.
Fucking right. I've been to Rome a few times. I'll give you some good names for some pizza places.
Good, thank you.
A couple of the best pizzas don't come from the nicest looking places. So
I think that's like the case in a lot of countries though, isn't it? That you're not looking for the swankiest place.
We went to we landed like 11 o'clock one night. Got there because we were working the next day, and we just wanted to go and get a pizza. And just down the road from our hotel on the corner was this like just a restaurant. It looked pretty basic. That's the place that I always go to now because that pizza was just amazing.
Look at your jet set life.
Got a regular
place in
regular in
Italy
Rome.
that I go for my pizza.
I went back.
You could order it from there.
Matilda came back with me another time, and I took her there as well.
With a stasis pod, you could order pizza from there. They could do.
I could bring home 100 boxes of it.
They could do worldwide delivery.
They
You could
could.
order from your favourite restaurant in Italy, and you could have it delivered fresh to your door.
Imagine if
someone should coin that phrase: "Delivered fresh to your door."
Yeah. You should work in marketing with terms like that, Dan.
Particularly with regards to pizza, because everyone wants a fresh pizza delivered fresh to their door.
Imagine if there was a stasis problem on an aeroplane. The aeroplane just stopped in mid-flight. Just stuck in the air. Oh, got another plane stuck.
Good point. It's probably better than one crashing, though, right?
But at 35,000 foot or whatever, how are you going to get it down? You can't fly a helicopter up there and get it.
You could.
This is another first world problem right here.
Well, you could. Well, surely, if you had stasis technology, then you could fly another plane up there and then pause everything in stasis.
Fix the problem.
You'd have to wear.
Then unstasis.
You'd have to wear an anti-stasis suit. Get out. Go up.
This is ridiculous, Dan.
Yeah.
It is ridiculous.
Fix the problem. Go back down to the
to the other one. Release the stasis.
Yeah, you fly off, and then they can unstasis, and then complete their journey. You'd have that if you were going to crash. If a plane was going to crash, you could literally
call in Mayday stasis.
Yeah, stasis, and then go up there, get all the people out.
Yeah.
And then maybe you could
stasis
probably
just
even
before you hit the ground.
Yeah,
everyone could just hop out.
You could just get
your timing right,
and then you could just take the plane to pieces.
Yeah,
and then nothing would be crashing.
No. Oh my God, we fixed so many problems.
Yeah, we've just everything would be solved
with stasis.
Yeah, if you're engaging in intercourse and you're about to climax too early, stasis
condoms.
Yeah, stasis condoms.
Does this mean you actually don't even you won't do the podcast anymore because stasis can solve all problems?
No. There are some problems which can't be solved by stasis.
Some people have said this podcast is like stasis. Seems to be going nowhere.
Yeah, it feels a lot like it.
Yeah.
Don't let me.
Days just go by and nothing happens.
You're on the podcast as well. Why don't you make a nice contribution?
An
exciting contribution.
I came up with a really good little machine.
Yeah, it was a good idea.
The claw.
Yeah. The claw.
Yeah. Claw machine.
With all the settings. I thought of everything.
I am quite big on turning everyday boring tasks into games. I saw this morning that there's a car wash. I can't remember where it is, but you put your car wash in. It's like one of those big automatic car washes.
Yeah.
And then you can go inside, and there's like a controller where you can squirt your car with the suds. It's like a little joystick thing, two-pronged joystick, and you can, like the ones you get if you go to like a theme park.
Yeah.
And on one of the wet rides, you can sort of like take control of a water blast and like squirt people that are coming off the ride, like that, and you can get your car with the suddy.
Where was this?
I'll load it up after we finish.
Was it local?
No,
okay.
It was in the US.
All right.
I thought it was a good idea. That's one way to make a car wash interesting. It's probably for children, but
Americans can't sit in a car for 3 minutes, can they, while they get a car wash? That's too long. Too long for their boredom.
Yeah.
Clearly.
So they have to have a game.
But I'll be up for that.
Yeah.
Totally up for that.
Pew pew.
Yeah. I mean, I used to love going to the car wash when I was a kid anyway.
I still love it, except it doesn't really clean the car.
No, they're crap.
That's the only problem with it.
Lots of people seem to be scared of the car wash. That seems to be quite a common thing.
Oh, I love being in like an automatic car wash. It makes me feel really relaxed and sleepy.
Like you're back in the womb.
Yeah.
When it covers you in that foam, it does it gets quiet, doesn't it?
Yeah, it goes all dark and there's just sort of that noise of the water. Oh, could just go to sleep in there.
The most relaxing bit is the wax. Because you've got all of the,
kind of
all the machinery.
Yeah.
All the machinery turns off and it just goes.
He sounds like a...
Yeah. Oh, I love it. It's like
Car wash sounds by Ross.
Yeah, no, it's like
You sell your soul to get that talent.
I did, yeah. I sold yours, Dan.
It is ASMR. It's very like all the different noises, very relaxed.
What's ASMR?
It's
You ever get a noise that, like, certain noise or a certain voice, like, makes you feel like really like like the hairs on the back of your neck stand up.
and relaxed and like
No, I get noises that drive me fucking mental.
not
It's the
everybody.
opposite of that.
Okay.
Not everybody reacts to ASMR though. It's
No,
not.
I don't think I do.
It's not something everybody gets. You either do or you don't. I get it big time, and like some people, if they speak in a particular way or their voice is quite like sort of monotone, and it just sort of like go really like funny, and it just makes me want to go to sleep. Like, yeah.
The problem with ASMR is that I do understand it. Some people's voices, Johnny Depp's voice, for some reason makes me very relaxed. I'll sometimes put on a Johnny Depp interview if I can't get to sleep, just to hear him talk because he talks like this and it's just he just mumbles on, man.
I do enjoy a good voice. And we were watching something yesterday, and I said, "That guy's got a great voice." I'll always pick out a nice voice if I hear one.
But the big problem for me is that there's not enough that caters for me. Like a lot of this ASMR is voices.
Yeah, doing this.
Oh no, the noise that would drive me insane.
I fucking hate it. When Maddie said, "Oh yeah, it's got this name, it's ASMR. Like you should check it out." I thought this sounds great because I like like someone's voice will sometimes make me really really relaxed, and sometimes if I want to get to sleep, I will listen to something along those lines. But yeah, so I tried to load up some YouTube videos, and it's all people talking like that.
And they do like
Too much gain on the mic.
plays. Yeah,
Awful.
they do like role plays and stuff. So they have like a mic thing set up, and they do things like they're snipping like your hair, and so they'll whisper things to you like, "Oh, I'm just gonna lean around here and cut your
Oh,
hair."
it's making me feel sick. Just
It makes me really sleepy though. But they do things like you can watch people on YouTube just like folding towels and stuff. Like it's the mundane kind of repetitive activity, like opening letters or cutting paper,
Making
stuff
money
like
out of
that.
this shit.
Some people do, yeah.
It's fucking crazy.
The really successful ones do, but
We
it
should
is
make
just
money out of
You
it.
just need to find a funny, fucking, stupid set of 4 letters, put it together, and then record us doing a load of bollocks.
Really relaxing.
Isn't that what you do now?
Relaxing bollocks. Yeah. It's more than 4 letters.
Maddie's never coming on the podcast.
She's mocking us, Dan, from inside the temple.
She's always mocking us.
I listen every week. Every week.
She does.
It's better than some girlfriends, isn't it?
Yeah.
At least she supports you, Dan.
Yeah. I'm thinking the same thing.
Yeah. Right. Because my girlfriend will never hear this, so I can say that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is that how we're solving it? And stasis pods.
I like the idea of stasis pods. I think in the meantime, little prongs
Yeah.
that come out of the and hold everything in place.
I do think when you take the packaging off or lift the pizza box, it can just lift it away.
Yeah.
It could be like a
Yeah, I think they should be attached to the lid. Yeah.
like a torture device.
Yeah, that's it.
Come down,
Yeah.
put it all in place.
And if the pizza guy doesn't get your pizza right, you can put his hand in it.
Good plan.
Yeah.
It's making me really want a pizza.
Yeah, I want pizza too.
Yeah. I could eat.
Well,
So hungry.
let's order from that little place in Italy then.
Yeah.
have them ship it over.
It'll be here in 9 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
You could do so many other things. Imagine how easy it would be to like transport like live animals stuff around the world. Stasis.
Yeah.
Then all
Oh
of the
God, can you imagine the protests in Ramsgate?
well, that's what I'm saying because they
But I'd
protest-
go into stasis when I get transported.
Yeah, you would, wouldn't you? But surely, if you were transporting animals around the world, their problem is that it's distressing for the animals to be transported. If you put them into stasis for a week,
They'd
and-
still have a problem with it. They've got a problem with everything.
That's true. I always make a point of laughing at them because basically, Maddie.
What is it? What is this anyway?
Maddie's-
Do they protest
where I
every time?
live in Ramsgate, there, it's right near where they have protests against live exports. Like it's literally 2 seconds up from the.
Why is the
entrance
protest
to my room.
there?
because that's where the
That's where
trucks
the
come
traffic
off,
comes in.
come away from the port.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. Cool. I was just thinking that was convenient for them because it's near their house or something.
No,
Well, I can
no.
imagine
Thinking
they
not
can't-
going
they
to make a
can't get-
fucking difference there, but
No,
But they
can't-
stand in the
they
road.
can't get near the port.
Then
I
they're
drive at
absolutely nuts.
yeah.
They stand in the road, and they're really, really inconvenient because they block up the whole roundabout,
Yeah.
and then you have to have like 10 police around there, and they're in the road as well. It fucks everything up, so I just drive at them
Yeah.
every time.
Don't care that much about the animals, do they?
I'm just not sure what they think it's achieving. Like, nobody cares that they're standing out there. Nobody.
Yeah,
they could
it's
stand
not
out
gonna
there
stop
all year
anything.
if they like.
They-
Nobody cares.
You are right. None of them has cared once that much about the animals that are being.
They've let you knock them
live
over.
elsewhere to let them, to be a martyr for them.
Yeah,
mate.
exactly.
They all fucking get out
Yeah,
of the way.
exactly.
Yeah, it's fucking convenient, isn't it?
It's not that I have an issue with like what they're protesting against. It's the way that they do it. I just find it ridiculous.
I'm the same. I agree with their cause.
Yeah.
Just standing in the middle of a road.
Yeah.
What's the problem with live animal exports?
Well, it's unpleasant for the animals.
It's also been done for about 30,000 years. So get on with it. Nothing's changing now. That's how the world works. We wouldn't have ended up in several countries in the world if we hadn't stuck animals over there. Put them on a boat, slap them on a boat, and get them over there.
I know, but I think the point is now that we things are so advanced now, and we have so many like means and ways of doing things, and there are, it's the same reason that like vegetarians don't eat meat, that we can eat other things. We don't need to eat meat anymore.
We have just discovered that the reason that we need these stasis pods for pizza is because we need it as fresh as possible. Now you want me to butcher a cow, freeze it, and send it across? I don't want frozen meat coming over here.
So you can have stasis meat.
I want fresh.
I think it already is, isn't it?
You can have.
I want it fresh. I want it carved off a cow, a live cow, in front of me, directly onto my plate.
You don't get any fresher than that.
Gently seared to a medium rare, and then, yeah.
You want it mooing in discomfort as you eat it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
But we don't need to eat meat anymore. Not really.
Don't they think we should eat insects? Isn't that where they think we get the most amount of protein from?
That's
That's going to take some persuading.
That is a good idea.
Yeah.
Because you don't have to eat them like, you don't have to eat a cricket in cricket form. They make them into sort of like protein bars and stuff like that. So you have, in the same way you might go and buy your Nature Valley or something like that, you just buy one which had cricket protein in it.
I'd try it, but I would
Yeah.
be weirded out by it.
If
If someone had one here, I'd eat one.
The thing is, it's just
Not a cricket, a cricket
It's
bar.
just if we had grown to eat more plant insects like that over the years instead of domesticating. Well, you wouldn't domesticate insects like that, but instead of growing to heavily depend on domesticated animals like cows, sheep, pigs, if they hadn't been available to us, then we would just eat it anyway. You see on TV, you watch TV shows and you see a culture which survives eating grubs and insects and things like that. It's because they haven't got domesticable animals.
Yeah.
So they've, over thousands of years since they've grown into, or whatever kind of culture they've grown into, they haven't had those available.
Yeah.
But, that's largely the same. Like, domesticable animals haven't been standardized throughout the world. We've taken them places.
Yeah.
Cows don't exist natively in like the United States. We've taken cows over there.
Yeah.
So every time you eat a piece of steak in the United States, that's because we've introduced, probably however many thousand years ago, have introduced cows over there.
I bet there's a way that if they like farmed enough insects, they could turn it into some sort of meat substitute as well. If people
Probably they are really protein rich.
Yeah.
So that's like the key. That's
Better for you than eating meat.
Yeah, because I can't eat corn. It makes me sick. There's something in it that I'm clearly don't react well to. It makes me very ill.
And I can't eat beans. So I imagine there's probably quite a lot of that in corn anyway.
Yeah.
The reason that the insects are so good, I don't think that they are superior in sort of like nutritional value to any other protein source, meat or whatever. But what the advantage is that you get really high yield and turnaround on them. So you can farm
They breed very fast, don't
large
they?
amounts of insects, and the lifespan of an insect, like say, whatever, like a cricket or something, is faster. I mean, that's why they use flies in experimentation, like fruit flies, because you can get generations and generations of fruit flies in a really short amount of time.
Yeah.
So you can see how something like a genetic trait gets delivered through several generations of fruit flies
in a couple of weeks.
Basically.
And you don't need to worry about their quality of life. They'll be as happy as Larry, all crammed in together.
Well, you know what? That's an interesting philosophical point, isn't it? Why would you not worry about them, but you do worry about a cow?
Well, because other animals need
just because
space.
a cow can moan.
No, but they need space. So insects don't. Like they you see them all crammed in together in the wild.
That doesn't mean they're happy.
Well, they look pretty bloody happy. Chirping all over each other.
Okay. Well,
rubbing their legs together.
In that case, maybe we should eat hamsters.
If we get targeted with red paint for your statements about insects next week, it's not going to be my statements about live exports.
I won't wear my fur coat out for a week or two.
It would easily take a couple of 1,000 years to convince the human race to start eating bugs instead of animals, and then someone would start moaning about the fact that we're eating bugs instead of plants.
Well, I think that it's probably going to become something which is more of a necessity than anything, because
you don't think we'll go out for dinner anymore?
We don't really have sort of a sustainable way to continue feeding people this amount of livestock.
No.
I don't understand
there won't be
why
another couple of 1,000 years.
People who don't eat meat but eat fish. And they say, I'm vegetarian. Oh no, but I eat fish.
Isn't that
I don't understand
something else?
Oh, pescatarian.
That's it. I thought it was that word, but then I didn't want to say that in case that was something else.
Presbyterian.
Yeah.
No, but isn't that strange that you would rule out eating living things except for the fish? The fish aren't.
Fish are about as intelligent as insects, aren't they?
Are they?
Is that why?
I don't know.
I think fish can be fairly intelligent.
I think it's because they're not furry and cute, and people have no problem.
Sharks. They're fish.
Yeah.
Big fish.
Aren't sharks mammals?
No.
I do lay eggs.
They breathe underwater.
Yeah. Yeah.
You're thinking of dolphins. You're thinking about friend sharks.
Yeah.
Some fish are very intelligent.
Mm.
What's more intelligent though is an octopus.
I'll
People
take
eat
your
them.
word for it.
Octopodes are really super intelligent. Really intelligent. You're not allowed to do certain things with octopus, like in like experimentation. You're not allowed to.
What have you been trying to do with an octopus?
No, they use octopodes.
You sound like you're speaking from experience.
No, I've read a lot about experimentation.
There are certain things that you're not allowed to do with an octopus.
There is, because they have rights and stuff. They're so intelligent. I don't know why.
Are you implying that he's having hand jobs off of an 8-legged creature with suckers on the end of
He's
it?
been trying to fuck an octopus.
Yeah, I know.
And he's just like, no, there are.
I know what you're driving at, but it's not funny because octopodes, octopuses, whatever how you want to say.
This is so unfunny, Dan. He's going to go stand in a roundabout about it.
Yeah.
All right.
He's that angry about it.
Rights for the
Octopus have rights too.
Yeah, you're not allowed to. You're not allowed to, like, you're not allowed to experiment on them without anesthetic and stuff like that because they really feel and can show discomfort.
So you just stop that, Ross, right now.
Right. Yeah.
Because obviously they're sort of like quite fascinating creatures.
Yeah.
But you're not allowed to operate. You're not allowed to
Not
surgically.
allowed to put shampoo in their eyes and stuff.
No.
Yeah.
Not allowed to do anything.
Should we wrap this up, Dan?
Yes.
I think she's hungry or something.
I've never seen him so passionate about octopus rights.
They're fucking fascinating.
I don't doubt it.
You should watch some of those videos. You can put them in like a jar.
Yeah.
A jam jar.
And they're going to do the jam jar.
They undo the jam jar, they get out, and then
That is amazing.
once they've learned how to do it, you can put them in there and they get out in seconds.
Yeah.
Fucking amazing.
What should we call it? Not the octopus. The show.
Tim.
John. What about Peter Piper picked a peck of pepperoni off of his pizza?
You can send me that in text form. I'll copy and paste it.
I don't know.
Peter Piper picked a peck of pepperoni off his pizza.
Yeah. We don't have to go with it. Why don't you think of something that involves your octopus friends?
Octopus off.
Octopussy's pizza party.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, that's quite a good one.
Yeah.
This bit doesn't get cut out.
Us having a domestic over octopus.
Yeah. As soon as the microphones go off, there's going to be a slap fight.
We're going to get in the car on the way home. She's going to mute the stereo. She's going to go, so, who's this octopus? Who's this fucking octopus?
You really fucking showed me up in there.
We are like Russell and Matt.
Yeah.
We don't reference other podcasts on this show, Maddie. Especially inferior ones.
We don't do this to octopuses. We don't reference other podcasts. Any more rules for me today?
Yep.
I think you need to get some food, Dan.
Yeah.
She's playing up a bit.
Yeah.
I'm going to eat a fucking octopus in front of you.
I'm fine with that. I like octopus. I like eating octopus. No, not while it's alive.
No,
You like that,
I've seen
do you?
images of like Japanese people trying to eat them while they're alive, and they're actually trying to climb out of their mouth. It's horrible.
Oh.
They'll fucking.
It's really, really
Yeah.
horrible.
Well,
Yeah. They do some fucked up shit over that way.
Are we going
what
to
the fuck, Japan?
The finning sharks.
stop referencing other podcasts? Fuck.
Well,
You were the one that sent in the
Dom
problem about people saying, quoting things.
Dom normally does this, so I'm Dom today.
Well, I think it's something witty to say after we all said our names. Octopus's pizza party.
Octopus's pizza party.
Yeah.
Oh.
And did we solve it with stasis?
Yes.
Or did we solve it with prongs? Bit of both, wasn't it?
Bit of
One
both.
for now.
Yeah.
When stasis is here.
Yeah.
All right. Let's wrap up this week then.
Let's do it.
Visit stickitpod.com, your hub for all things to see if it sticks. Links to our Instagram. These two are kind of like looking at each other.
I'm not looking at her.
All right, yeah, but she's looking at you. Yeah,
I'm very
Instagram,
angry.
Instagram and YouTube, and all the links to everything you need is on there. You can even send us your problems from the homepage, stickitpod.com. For this week, I have been Ross.
I have been Dan.
And I've been Dom.
You have to do your car wash noise, Ross.
There you go.